Good morning, FlossTube. My name is Stephanie and I am the New England Stitcher. Welcome to my channel and happy Sunday. It is December 15th and I have a lot on this table to share with you. And I just can't wait to share everything. I went to the Jingle Ball last weekend. I hope you all attended if you could. I did meet a bunch of you and it was so lovely to get to meet all of you. I got some starts, I got some finishes. I have a whole lot of previous projects that I can share with you and a lot of enabling. So please stick around and we will get to it. At the Jingle Ball, I started this sal with a group of friends on, what day did we start? I believe it was on Friday. I think it was Friday. This is the pattern right here. Yep, I have it. It is Believe by Erin Elizabeth. And it is just absolutely amazing. I love seeing everybody's finishes online. And so many people have finished it already. It wasn't so smart. Helen D was so much smarter. She got a few stitches in to say that she started it, but this pattern requires a lot of counting and I'm doing it on a dark fabric. I'm actually doing it on Midnight Christmas or Christmas Midnight by Atomic Ranch. Is it Atomic Ranch or Fiber on a Whim? I cannot remember, and I did not write that down on the card, so I apologize for that. But it is a 36 count. I'm using a NPI Silk 99-1B on it. And here is what I accomplished at the Jingle Ball. So I'm loving how it looks. Pretty proud that I actually was able to get that much done. I actually was able to get this whole little village right here completed and a little bit of this swoosh. I worked on it for like an hour one night this week. So I only started to crawl up the bottom of the, or I should say the top of that little curve. And then the word believe is going to go right in here. Will I get this finished before the new year? Probably not, but I am enjoying stitching on it and I cannot wait to have it as part of my decor for next year. It's beautiful. I am keeping this in my Believe bag that I purchased from Handcrafted by Harvey. So if you haven't had an opportunity to check out her shop, she does a phenomenal job. I made a little thread bed to go with it because I need a thread bed. But that is in there. And Chris the Camping Stitcher, Kathy Walker, my friend Sarah, I think Brandi finished it too. All are done. So they are, I mean, you all think that I get a lot done, but they are crazy fast stitchers. I am not that fast. I wish I was, but I'm not. So I'm drinking a little tea this morning. It's cold in the basement. Excuse me. We have a big shindig to go to tonight for my husband's office gathering. We were supposed to do it on Wednesday, which is a murder mystery train in Portsmouth, Rhode Island, which sounds really cool, but we had 60-mile-an-hour winds, so they canceled it and postponed it till today. So I have to film this video and then edit so I can get it uploaded before I have to go to this and get ready for this event. I did my makeup, so that would help, but I still have to do my hair. It's 1920s themed. I have no 1920s attire, but I'm thinking with some jewelry, I might be able to do some like funky beads or something. I don't know, like, you know, those long beads on the neck. We will see. But I did want to bring you my festive because this is the last time I'm going to see you before Christmas. If you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah and Merry Christmas and Happy Kwanzaa to all of you. Yeah, so this will be the last time I see you before Christmas. I do plan on coming back before the new year, which will be great. So let's get started on another start. I had started this the Thursday before the Jingle Ball because I had been monogamous trying to finish my sister-in-law's peacock pink heap, which I will show you. So I just felt like I needed a break from that, and I wanted to start something new. And I had seen Missy Timberlake. I saw her when I first met her at Stitch New England. Missy was stitching on this, and I was just in awe of just how beautiful it was, and it just captured my attention. And it was one of those patterns that was in the back of my head. So one day this summer, or I guess end of summer, I purchased it from 123 Stitch with all of the, nope, I did not purchase any of the colors. I just purchased the pattern. And I substituted, and I'll show you what I substituted out with. I did use my Color and Cotton stash, but Missy was on Zoom, on the Jingle Ball. It's not Zoom, but you know what I mean. And she showed her finish to everybody. And I was talking about how I had just started it, and Brandi and Chris and Aaron and we did not convince Helen. We did not convince Cheryl, Jill. We convinced quite a few people to start this. So it is the Jingle Ball Bells Sal. If I know we can't use hashtags anymore, but if they ever come back, that's the hashtag, and I'll put it at the bottom of the screen. But it is the Christmas Bells Sampler by Heartstring Samplery. It is an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous pattern. It is 200 stitches by 200. It was stitched in this model on Lakeside Linen's Exemplar 36 count, which I got a piece of from Cross Stitch and Threads from Tennessee, but not large enough for this. So I am stitching this on a piece of Lakeside that I acquired from my friend Miss Tammy Totten. It is Navy Bean, Lakeside Linen's Navy Bean. And here is what I've got completed. I did start the Etoile bells, which are over here. I am going to have to rip those out and do the darker bells, or maybe I'll do the two shades. I don't know. I'll show you in the, I will show you in a second, but that's what I've got accomplished. Many of my friends are much farther than I am, but that's okay. It's not a race. It's just it's a start along, and I will start everything with you, but it might take me a while to get there. So I got a little holiday bling on my my thread drops. So we were talking because at the Jingle Ball, Erin was trying to use I forget what kind of a thread she was trying to sew with, but it was not working out so hot. So she actually left the Jingle Ball, ran to Michael's. If you didn't see her reel, it's super cute. She had her husband drive, and they went to Michael's, and she picked up some Etoile and some other, I think, Krynic and something else. But sorry, my phone is ringing and I have no idea. But here are the three options for the bells. Right now it's in the light silver, which I really like. I wasn't sure if this darker one was going to be too much, but Erin has decided to do the gold. So I don't know. I had all three because I got them from Christmas from my sister-in-law last year. So I thought I'd pull them out and check them out and see which ones I like better. So I am using the following colors. I'm using Tulle for one of the flowers and Merlot for the other. So those are my two pinky reds, cranberries. For my two greens, I'm using Peace on Earth and Tree Lot. And I wasn't sure if I was going to use Bluebird or Stargazing for the words, but I have officially decided that I will be using Stargazing. And after talking to Missy, I do have to find another. I do have another skein. It is in another bag. But I do need two skeins of Stargazing. She said that I would definitely need it for the words because it's a lot. And she said it looks deceiving because it doesn't look like it's going to be a lot, but it is. So yes, so that is my second start. My third start, I should have a fourth start, but I do not because I didn't get a chance this morning because I was getting ready for the video. But my third start is Stitching Sisters, and this is what I stitched on Sunday of the Jingle Ball. So my friends and I, Brandi and Emma from B&E Stitchery and our friend Nise, we decided to do an advent calendar for each of us. So I purchased 3 patterns well, 4 because I got one for me too. But I basically kitted up 4 identical things. And it was a 6-day gift. So I had 6 gifts, and it included a pattern and a floss for that pattern, along with like other accoutrement. And I'm going to show you those in my haul, so you can see all the goodies. But this was the pattern from Nise. So we are supposed to stitch it on Sunday. So I will start Emma's today that she shared, and I'll show you that in a little bit. But this was Nise's, and it's Stitching Sisters by Chessie and me. And she included all of the DMCs, which I have here. Very, very pretty. And I am stitching it on Count on Linens, 36 count Golden Sundance. And that was what I had just purchased. And you saw, if you watched my last video, it was in my haul, and I think it looks great with the colors. So this is how far I've gotten. Right now it's a giant sheet of fabric that I need to cut down. So last night I started working across, and I'm hoping, I mean, I'm gonna end up having to cut this off and then down here, but at least I've got, you know I don't like to work with huge, big, if you've been here for a while, you know, I have a hard time dealing with that much fabric. Brandi likes to stitch with the blanket. I do not. But anyway, so this is what I've got done right here. And I'm very happy with how it's looking. So there you go. You can kind of see a little bit more. But I can't wait to get to that house. That house looks great. I'm surprised that it's like a dark grayish, you know, or not grayish, but like gray black. Maybe I'll change it out for a blue. But we are going to, there are 4 initials, 1, 2, 3, 4 at the top. We're going to change them out and put our initials of the 4 of us as a little memory of this Advent wreath, not wreath, Advent box trade. Okay, so those are my starts for this week or 2 weeks. Let's get to my whips. I have 1 whip. It's kind of embarrassing. I have 1 whip because I did finish 2 things. I did work on other things, but those are finished. So let me show you what my whip is. My whip is, you've seen it before. It's not going away. I took this to my daughter's track meet last Tuesday. Because you know, track meet, if anybody's ever, if you're a parent of a track kid, you know, they run for like, my daughter's a sprinter. I think she ran for a total of 30 seconds. And we were there for 3 hours, 3 and change. But I needed something that I could stitch on in not great lighting, and also like not a lower count, but like, you know, I didn't need magnification. So this was, I'm stitching on Canadian Flag by Erin. This is what I brought to Taylor, and I was able to stitch it in the car a little bit. So here's what I got. Did not get very much done. And yes, I know there are boo-boos, but it's okay. Those are design choices. I am not ripping this one out again. This is supposed to be a snow-capped covered mountain. I don't know. It's now just a mountain. It's fine. Maybe I'll go back and rip it out, but I don't want to. And then here's the flag, or the maple leaf that I've started. So I only got like up here done, like that little corner. Yes, I do know there's mistakes, but it's okay. This is just going to be my track project, and it'll get done when it gets done, right? No rush. Oh, and I'm using, I should say, it's being stitched on 20 count buttermilk by Color and Cotton, and I'm using Classic Colorworks ribbon red for it. So that's my whip. That's all I got, guys. Woo, this is a fast video. No, I'm just kidding, because it's going to be like an hour with all the haul. Okay, so finishes. My first finish is by Fine Frog Stitching, and it is the Yule Wreath Advent. And what I decided to do is I stitched the moose. If you've been here, I stitched the moose on perforated paper. And then my friend Sarah got me some amazing little light bulbs that I can hang from his antlers. So I've got that there. One of you had asked that you have it coming in for the DMC list. Here's that DMC list. I apologize. I just saw the email. I have not had a chance, but I will take a photo and email it to you. But here it is, just in case. She ordered the pattern and it hasn't arrived, and she wants to make sure she has all the floss for it. So, but this is what it looks like. Maybe I got rid of all my boards, guys. That was not smart of me. I'm very sorry. So there's the moose. So I've got it, I actually had to unwrap it. I had my my daughter start wrapping presents, my daughter Lily last night. I had her start wrapping presents, and this is for my husband, and I had her wrap it, so I had to unwrap it this morning so that I could show you guys. But I love it. I think he's going to love it. I just put some, I put it back in its box. I'm sorry. All I did was I put felt on the back, and sorry, I keep all like AirPod boxes and stuff, and that's what I'm doing. So it's just got felt on the back, and then I stitched the floss from one of the colors as the, there it is. But I love it. I think he's going to really like it. I think he's going to get a kick out of it because he's seen it. He hasn't seen it finished, but yeah, I think he'll like it. Okay. And for the last one. Okay, so the amount of times that I'm going to have to get up in this video and get things because my table is covered is going to be a lot. So that means it's going to be a lot of editing. Okay. Not for you. I mean, you're not going to notice anything because it's going to like magic. But this is my second finish. This is the Cottage Garden Samplings Peacock, and it's the pin keep. So I made a design choice. I chose to not stitch the extra feathers on the side here. It was already getting to be massive. And I stitched it on 36 count. I don't understand how it's considered a pin keep because it is massive, but it still looks amazing. Are you ready to see it? Okay, here it is. So it looks like an egg, and I know it's not perfectly oval, but I filled it with crushed walnut shells, so it's got some weight to it. So it's massive there. Well, gotta pick off some strings, and then I originally had sewed it and left a seam on the side, and I don't know if you can see it, but I stitched it up here, and then I couldn't get it full enough, so I ended up having to slice it on the back to stuff it some more, and then I put a patch in there, and I used peacock feather. I really wanted the peacock's feathers to be here and not be interrupted by a giant patch, although it's not huge, but it still stinks that I had to do it. But here it is. I hope she likes it. I know, I think about things like, and worry, is she going to like it or not? And anytime you give a stitcher a gift, they know the amount of work that goes into it, and they're not like critiquing it like, oh, you missed a stitch there. No, I mean, I've received gifts that are stitched, and I'm amazed and honored that somebody stitched something for me. So I don't think she would do that, but I don't know. It's my own, not letting it be perfect. I did purchase a frame, but it wasn't the right size. I did purchase, so, but anyway, but this pin cushion, I mean, this is a huge pin cushion for 36 count. And I can't imagine like it being stitched. I mean, the model was stitched on 32 count. I can't imagine that. So it might have been huge, but I put a couple little, like white pearl pins in it because I think that she would really like it. But I'm pleased. I'm happy. Although I'm going to be very, very transparent with you. I did wake up at, now it's Sunday. I woke up at 4:30 because I just wake up, but I woke up at 4:30 and had like a little panic, like I should take it apart and go downstairs and redo it. I opted not to, but yeah, I like it. I hope she does. Let me know what you think, if you think I made the right decision or not. I don't know. But it's a Christmas present, right? She's getting other things. All right, let's see. Previous finishes. Are you ready to see some previous finishes? So we're approaching my year anniversary, and I'm excited for this, guys. So when I come to you the next time, it'll be a year anniversary. So let me do that. Okay, here we go. Previous finish. This is Winter Wishes and Snowman Kisses. It is by Primrose Cottage. You're like yelling at me because you know, and I know. Primrose Cottage. This was probably stitched on 28 count Lugana because I was a Lugana stitcher. I transitioned from 14 to 28. And I love how it came out. Little greenery and stuff at the top. It's just one of those, boxes you get at TJ Maxx or Michael's or wherever. And then I put, it's on a little backing board right here that I mounted with fabric to give it a little bit of color. So that's my first full previous finish. This was a finish I did from last year. This is by M. Kissa Designs. This is Merry Christmas, Peace, Love and Joy. It was her Christmas sampler. And after I only used polyfill, so it's very light. I'm used to having things heavy because I didn't use walnut shells back then. But I learned in floss paper scissors that how to ruche. So I did, you'll see in the haul, I purchased some of the silk ribbon that she suggests that you use, and I did velvet. It's okay, it's fine. It's just a little pillow for a dough filler. There is an alphabet that goes, because it's a sampler. I chose not to stitch it so that I could keep it small and have it as a little pillow for my bowl. My next one, sorry for the reach. This one is Joy and Good Cheer by Brenda Gervais with a needle. I have stitched all 4 of these. This is the fabric I did on the back. And again, it just has the polyfill, so it's very light. Very light. But this is such a good one because you can keep it up for a lot longer than just Christmas. Warm Winter Wishes. This was a stitch from the Sip and Stitch last year. As soon as I got it, I stitched it, and I believe it is, 28 count Lugana. We all are learning what we like, right? And I believe it's all the called for colors. But those little bows on the ornaments are back stitched, but they're just so precious. I feel like you really do need them. Here is, I'm sorry, I do not know who this designer is. I don't have the pattern anymore, but I saw it and I fell in love with it. So here it is. I did stitch it in silks. That was my first time stitching in silks, and I finished it on a chantel board because I didn't know how to cut wood back then, and now I do, so I can make my own. But it was just a simple backer board, and it fit perfectly. So I'm sorry that I don't know this pattern. This one you have all seen. This was a stitch along with Nicole Spohr from last year. And it is on 40 count because this board I got from Chantel's required 40 count to fit this. Although I guess I could have used 20 count, but I wasn't thinking. But it turned out great, and I love it. It's just fabulous. Can't wait to put it on my shelf again. All right, this is a favorite. Oh my gosh, I love this one so much. Okay, trying to not make everything fall over. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, so this finish is a Silver Creek Samplings. Your greatness is not in what you have, but what you give. This was a sew along with Mom from Primrose Cottage, Nettie, their mom Nettie. She had a sew along last year, and I did it. Was it last year? No, it was 2 years. It was 2 years ago. Holy crap! This is stitched on 28 count, vintage country mocha, and it's just precious. I mean, everything was DMC except for the snowman. I think the snowman was whitewash. I could be mistaken, but yeah. And I stitched, it's just mounted to a sled that I got at the Hoblob. There's a sticker on the back. I pulled off the skew, but there's still a sticker. So that's what that one is. Okay, this one is Oh Christmas Tree. I know Holly from How Mrs. Jones Stitches, she just showed this in her video that she's going to start this. This was stitched in 23. My Lanta. Oh, folks, it was a long time. And I know I believe this floss is seaweed, if I'm not mistaken. But I finished it on a board that I cut. I laser cut, and I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm happy with it. I think if I went back in time, I would probably not have stitched the bottom, and I would have turned it into one of those trees that Nicole Spohr or Helen D has done, and that would probably be a better finish. I probably could still, but that would involve ripping out all of this down here, and it works just fine. It's just a little piece that comes off and goes in so it can stand up and it can lay flat. But that is this piece of wood. Okay, actually there's 3 more, not 2 more finishes that I have to share with you. This one is Let It Snow. This was stitched on 14 count. This was one of my very first, it's a 14 count opalescent. I stitched this along with Kimberly Jolly, and I used her blue NPI silk pack to do it. If you were to look super close to my stitches, you would see that they're not all going in the same direction, because what I ended up doing was I stitched and I turned and I stitched and I turned, and I wasn't paying attention to the way my stitches went. So I believe this was stitched in 21 or 22, because it was very early on. But you know what? I learned a lot, and I guess that's all that matters, and I still love it. It is on one of these ginormous paddles from the Hoblob. It was in the wall decor. Let me show you the wall decor section of the Hobby Lobby. I did get it when it was half off, and then I spray painted it this blue because it matches the colors, and then I wrote Let It Snow, and then I glued down a snowflake at the bottom. So I feel like it needs a little more zhuzhing up, but I haven't done that. This again, sorry, there's cat here because it was in storage, and not that the cats are in the storage area, but there's always their furs everywhere, so I'll need to roll it. But this is Silent Night by the Stitching with the Housewives. This board is from Hobby Lobby, and I can show you. It had some fall. This is like pumpkin something. and the top has a, so what I do is I use this for three. I have 3 stitches that fit in here. I have Home, which was a fat quarter shop. It's so Emma pattern. And then I have like fall type things. And what I did was I glued a magnet. Sorry, this is very strong. I glued a big magnet up here, and all of the decorations can just magnet. And this is just a metal ornament that's at Holy Night, that I felt like it worked well. So there's the Farm Fresh pumpkins, and then I have all of this on magnets. Oops. There we go. And then the other one that I have on here, I just took it down. Oh, nutters. Brain fart. I'll figure it out. But there are 3 things that I have that fit exactly on here that I rotate. So yeah, now you know. And it is from the Hobby Lobby. Did I show you this? If I didn't, you can see it again. Okay. All right, and last but not least, this one got me a good score at the county fair a couple years ago. It is by Primrose Cottage, and you have all seen it, and so many of you have stitched it, but this is Christmas Rules by Primrose Cottage. And I stitched it on a gray 28 count Lugana. Sorry, I'm just cleaning some gunk. So this board, I have this board for all of my rules. So my hive rules, my fall rules, when I finish July rules, 4th of July rules. And then I just change out the center. It's just magneted there. And then this length, like some are shorter. I think the autumn one is only like here, but then I have other things that I put right in front of it to cover. But Christmas is a very long one, but it's still great. So yeah, and you know, just giving you some ideas for things you can do if you are interested in stitching these. So those are my fully finishes, or I shouldn't say fully, they are fully, but previous finishes prior to this year. Anyway. Okay, friends, sorry. I know it just seemed like it was nothing. No time has passed for you guys, but for me, a little time has passed. I was gathering more things. So I'm going to start with haul, and then I'll show you some gifts. Not haul, I'm sorry. I'll start with the Advent gifts, and then I'll jump into haul and show you some of the things that I've been making. So let's start with this week's. Well, actually, you already saw Nise's. So you saw Nise's pattern, which was Stitching Sisters, and the pattern was the very last thing that came. And I apologize, Nise, if I get them out of order, because right now they're just in the box. So Nise had sent us one of these boxes that had a lid. Here's the lid. It says Mary, but I'm using it to hold stuff because there's a lot of haul. But the day one, she made us this adorable crocheted cozy for our drinks. Day two was this Oopsie fabric by Bestitch Me. It's really pretty. And I think it's an 18 count, yeah. So that's what she sent. Day three had a needle minder and this super cute little pink Stanley. And what she explained to me was that you unscrew it and you can put your chapstick or some little fun doodads in there. Day four had magnets. Well, that Stanley came with a magnet, but it's in a project bag because I'm using it. And then she ordered this. This was for, I think, I'm losing my mind. And then it also came in with this Lily's Corner, Tiger Lily's daughter made these lotion bars. Smells so good. And I think I'm missing something. And then I had the pattern and I don't know. I think that's it. I hope I'm not missing anything. If I am, I'm so sorry, Nise. It is here somewhere amongst the pile. And then this past week we had Emma. Emma started out with fray check, which that's a great thing to have on hand. Thank you. She also sent this really cool thing. I had never seen it before, but if you want to, it's got a magnet on the back. You can write down the number of the floss thread, and then you set, if you want to load up a bunch of needles, you would just have them all loaded right here, and you could set them down on the color, so you don't have to keep taking it off. So that was brilliant. She sent a cross stitch gauge. I've never seen one like this before, so that was nice. She stitched this. Come on, Emma. I mean, serious, and finished it. It's You I Like. So cute. That girl is incredibly talented. And then the last two, I've got them together. I can open it up, but the pattern that Emma chose was by Annie the Proper Stitcher, and it is a monochromatic that you use. She got me this Gloriana vintage teal. I've never stitched with a Gloriana before, so I can't wait to start with to stitch with this. And it's a beautiful color. And the pattern is There Is Room, and this is what I'll be stitching later today after I edit this video. Yay! So I'm putting this back in here. I have to pick a fabric for it. Got to do some measuring. It's not a very large pattern. I'm probably going to stitch it on a 36. So those are my little treats from Emma and Nise from our Advent. Now, I did get some other things. We did another swap. Let me go get this. Okay, I'm back. So we did a exchange. So I have a Zoom that I do with a group of ladies, and we exchanged names. We had no idea who each other had, although a few of us told. I shared on the in July. I shared all of with the people that were in the room that I was in. I shared who I had, and I was actually stitching something different, and I changed. So, you know, it was a surprise. But I think Erin knew everybody, who everybody had. But Erin had me, and I had no idea that Erin had me. So she sent this box, and it came, and it was torture not opening this box because I so wanted to see what was inside. So I shoved it in my closet in the way back so I'd forget about it, which I did for the most part. Like it wasn't tempting because it was hidden. So that was good. But when I opened it, it was wrapped in Tulip Pink fabric, which is gorgeous. And this is what she made my little bag out of that she gifted to me at Stitch New England. So she wrapped it up in this. She made this ornament, and anybody who is a quilter knows that this is English paper piecing, folks. This is no joke. Like this is some serious stuff, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. This is very time consuming, and it's a lot of work, and I appreciate it so much. Now that I'm showing you, I can hang it on my tree. She went to an antique shop or a market or something, and she found these adorable little ornaments out of thread. I mean, can you stand it? They're so cute. Love it, love. And then, because she didn't include enough, and I haven't even shown you the stitched piece yet, folks. She took fabric that she had, and she wrapped those plastic candy canes, and like, come on. This is so good. Like, I love them. I love it all. But here's my stitched piece. And she said, well, I had to make my redheaded friend this. So she created this pattern, and She made it for me. And she knew I had this stand. My magnets don't, there, is that better? Yes. It's just so good. I mean, guys, this is so good. So I'm her little redheaded squirrel friend. So she made me a little redheaded squirrel. And I love it. So this was her new release. So she released it after she gave it to me. That way she could ensure that I would not be able to purchase it. Because I totally would have. And he's holding a little nut. Like, I just love it so much. I do need to go back and do a little painting here, folks, but I just love this so much. Thank you so much, Erin and Brandi and Emma and Nise, like, for participating. And I love all of the gifts. And Brandi, I open yours next week, so I'm thanking you in advance. But I just love it. Now I can hang it up. Well, he can sit. He can just sit here next to me and look at me. What did she call him? Squirrel Santa Squirrel. I don't remember. But if you don't know, go look at her stuff. She's got amazing stuff. Okay. I received another little fun gift from a friend that I did the sal, the 1980 sal with. So I was doing that with Carolyn and Missy Timberlake from Two Needles Pulling Thread, and Missy sent a little card. She also included a cross stitch card that had like a project card, which is cool. I've never had one, so that's neat. How cool is this? I'm totally gonna play this in the car. So Jules and Lillian, if you're watching this, this is what we're doing when we go visit family. We're going to be playing this in the car. My husband's already going to be like groaning. And then some super fun 1980s stickers that I will sticker everything with. Funny story. So I don't know if you guys if you're my age, you probably had something like this, but roller rinks were huge, right? So my parents, now I would never do this as a parent today, I would never do this, but back then I guess parents just didn't think about these things. My parents dropped us off at like 6 o'clock at night. I had $10 and I stayed there for 24 hours. Like, they picked us up at 8 o'clock the next morning and you just skated all night long. Yeah. Maybe they were trying to tell me something. I was a little bit of a chubby kid. No, I'm just kidding. But that $10, I mean, you know, you're buying your snacks. I was obsessed with the claw machine. I did roller skate, but how many of you were, I was that super awkward kid, roller skating all by myself. And then they put the couples dance on, like the couple skate, and you had to like go away, and I was like sitting on the side with all of my other friends by myself. But yes, that's true story. That's the roller skating that I had, but it was Roll On America. That was the name of our rink, and it was in Lawrence, Massachusetts. So if you ever went to Roll On America, maybe you saw that little chubby kid on the side eating her nachos. That would be me. But anyway, the roller skates just like completely bring me back. But anyway, thank you, Missy, so much. Those were a little bit of a fun surprise. I appreciate that. Okay, so what else have I been up to? Well, I have made a couple things and gifts for people. I would show Sarah's and Shannon's, but they're wrapped, and Sarah watches this, and so she would see it. But maybe I'll have Sarah on and she can show you what I got her for Christmas. And then I will make sure to take pictures of Shannon's when she opens it, because it's already wrapped. I'm sorry, guys, I was not being very good floss tuber, but I made her a special keeper. It's not a whipper keeper like we use for cross stitch, because Shannon's an artist. What I did was I made it like a portfolio where she could, and I slid a notebook, a watercolor, because Shannon does a lot of watercolor, and then I made a mesh pouch that she could put her brushes or watercolor pencils, or, you know, whatever artists use. And I found this fabric on where did I find it? Not eBay. Etsy. I found it on Etsy, and I paid a ridiculous price. I paid like 20 something dollars for 4 fat quarters, and that's way too much money for fat quarters. But the fabric was Bob Ross, and Shannon loves Bob Ross, so I felt like it was, you know, it was worth it. It was worth it for her. But I also did watch a tutorial from this woman. Her name is Sobecca, and she makes these. She calls them coin purses. And I'm going to use them as an Ort jar. So it's very simple. All you need is a piece of 9-inch fabric, a zipper, and then if it actually sits up, like once you like do a little of this, it sits up. Throw your Orts in here when you're all done. Now it's flat. So that would be kind of fun, like just to clip on your bag for a retreat. I made some scissor holders. They're actually at the shop right now. Because I made them out of Tilda, and I used my Tilda scraps, and I wanted people to see what else they could do with their scraps, because, you know, Tilda and Tula scraps are valuable commodity, folks. So we want to use them as much as we can. What else did I make? Oh, So Shabby Fabrics. I believe it's Shabby Fabrics. They have a tutorial and a pattern that you can make that creates this tiny treat bag. So I put in this ornament that I made. This is going to my niece. It's not fun. It's not finished yet. I don't have any ribbon or anything on it. But inside there's a pocket. You see that pocket? And a gift card will fit perfectly inside. And then I will have this for her and throw some candies and stuff inside. So that'll be for her. I took this model and then I enlarged it and made a second bag. So this is a little bit larger treat bag. I put in, this is another ornament. It's for my nephew. I don't believe he watches me. It's just Merry Christmas, and I laser cut that. And then it has a pocket on the inside, and that's what it looks like. So this was just some art gallery Christmas fabric that I thought would be cute. Wasn't thinking of the color scheme when I made it, because I would definitely have not made my nephew pink. So I will have to put his in something else. But for a little girl that wants like a little purse, you could take this template and scale it larger. But if you're looking for a little gift to give somebody, throw some Hershey Kisses or a little Dunkin' gift card or a Starbucks gift card or whatever kind of gift card in there, and it's a great little treat bag. So I know we're approaching Christmas and everybody's probably already done their shopping, but I wanted to give you some more ideas. So I think that's all. And I, for Missy and Cheryl, they've already received it, but so I can say it here. I made them the scissor. I put a pair of scissors. It is a little scissor holder, and I did it in the 1980s fabric that I have, and I have scissors in there for them. So that is, yeah, I think that's it. All right, now it's time for haul. We got to get serious, folks. Haul. Let me start with fabric. Right now, I hadn't worked at the quilt shop in a couple weeks because I had the Taylor Swift concert, and then I worked, and then I had, this past weekend, I had the robotics competition. 3 of my 5 teams are going to states, which is great. I'm very happy for them. So we'll do that in January. So I missed working again, but I went yesterday and it was so amazing. And I just love being there. It's like a happy place. And I got to see my friend Jelly Bean. And we bought some of the same fabric because we got projects that we're working on together. Wink, wink. But while I was there, I purchased it's that planner, My Crazy Life Lori. Kathy Walker showed it on their channel, I think 2 videos ago, and they gave one away as a prize. But I ended up ordering that because Sarah got it and she showed it to me, and it looks amazing, and it has spots for everything that I do. And I try to keep track of everything so that when I do a video, I'm not forgetting things. Although I do forget things, but I try to stay organized. I really do try to stay organized. But anyway, so I wanted to make a cover for it. It's a spiral bound book, but I am very harsh with my notebooks and things. It just kind of, they go everywhere with me. So they're just a hot mess. So I figured I'd make a cover for it. And Ruby Star Fabric, it's a modern fabric company, Ruby Star Society, came out with this new collection. And I fell in love immediately with this daisy fabric. So I'm going to do my cover of my new planner in this daisy fabric. And then this will be on the inside. And then this, it is like a very bright ruby star color, but it'll go on the, it'll be the binding. So I can't wait to show you that. So that'll be a project that I work on over Christmas break if the planner comes in, because I need to measure it first. If that happens, maybe I'll make a video for you if you're interested in seeing how I do that, because for those of you who have the Book of Days, that might be something you could do to help protect the book. The other thing that came in is this new fabric by Moda. Oh my Lanta. It is these daisies, and it's got all these words, and it's what is it called? Pages. Oh, it's not Moda, it's Riley Blake. I'm sorry. Between the Pages, and it's by Riley Blake, and it has some. So there's some fabric with writing on it, and then there's these books. But I saw the newsletter because the shop sends out a weekly newsletter, and this fabric came in. So this green is going to be the binding, but this is going to be the cover of the book for my, because I'm making a whippet keeper, because, you know, that's what I do. So that's my fabric haul. That's not too bad. All right, now for haul. So, oh, I forgot to show this. This is from Emma. Emma was able to get this, and Emma, I will be Venmoing you. I have just completely forgotten, but I will do that when I finish the video. She picked this up because our shop didn't have it. Our TJ Maxx or Michaels, or not Michaels, it must have been TJ Maxx or Home Goods carried it. And Helen showed this on her video, and can you see a finished piece on this board? But a fair warning, folks. If you're getting a Christmas present for me, it's going to be wrapped in this ribbon, because there's a lot. There's like 25 yards of this fabric. So I will be trying to use it up so I can actually have this as a place to finish. So that is there. But I did make it to TJ Maxx, and I saw this trim, and I thought that this was a really pretty trim for ornaments, cording to hang up ornaments, or to edge the ornaments, or pillows or something. And this spool is a fabulous size, and I was in particular thinking of Helen with some of the spools that she's shown in her videos. I thought this might be good for them, so I picked this up. I also picked up this spool. This spool is extremely thin on the inside, but I was thinking of, when I picked it up originally, I was thinking that I could use, it says do not open until Christmas, but I rewound it inside out, thinking that if I stitched the hands-on design, the bands, I could stitch that and have it wrap around this, and then I could get a dowel and make a tree, and it could sit inside, but then have that band on the bottom. I thought that might be a good idea. Helen found some on Amazon that might work, so she's gonna try it, and then we'll see. But I got this at TJ Maxx, and it was only $6.99, so that's not so bad. I wish the spool was fatter, but I guess that means you'd get less ribbon, and people want the ribbon. We just want the finishing piece. The other thing I found was this spool, and I got it because it just had a neat. So whether I use this just for decoration or not, I thought it was pretty neat. And I don't have any green and white baker's twine. I have red and white, black and white, but not green and white. So I picked it up, and I just really liked this. Don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I liked it. So that was picked up at the TJ Maxx. And I mentioned earlier in the video that I picked up some silk ribbon from, I got it on Amazon. I followed the link from Floss Paper Scissors. Julie had mentioned that this is what the ribbon that she uses to ruche hers, and so I picked up these 4 colors. so that I would have them for finishing, right? What else did I get? Folks, hi, my name is Stephanie. I have a problem and I'm an enabler. So if you want to be my friend, be prepared that I will enable you. So here's some, as Nicole Spore says, here's some enable vision for you. I purchased from Satsuma Street gold rings because I had all the other ones. I've stitched 2. I should have fully finished them. They are finished, but they're not fully finished. So I could hang them on the tree, but I did finish day 1 and day 2. Now I have 3, 4, and 5. So maybe if I go on the you do 2 a year type of thing, maybe I'll have this done for next year. Who knows? But I have it, and it was the full kit, so it has everything I need. I also purchased from Chris the Camping Stitcher this year's Blessing Sampler. I did her Blessing Sampler last year. I purchased this one for this year, so I'll start this January 1st. It was a very fast stitch last year. And it must have brought me some blessings because I have 40 finishes. Well, yeah, finishes, but maybe not FFOs, but 40 finishes. So that's, thank you, Chris. That was good. 40 is good. Let's see. I downloaded the Cocoa and Cookies. This was the free pattern from Primrose Cottage. So I downloaded that and printed it. I am finding that if when I get patterns, if I don't print the ones I absolutely love, then I forget about them. And that's not good. All right. Jingle Ball. At the Jingle Ball, I did a little shopping. And I'm going to share with you all of my shopping adventures. I also got to hang out with Erin, Elizabeth, Brandi and Emma, Teresa Garden Goose Stitcher, Missy, and Kathy from Tune Deals Pulling Thread. I got to meet Marjorie Maid. I got to meet the girlies. They were all there. It was very lovely to get to meet them. I probably scared them away. So sorry if I did that, but it was so good. It was so nice to meet them. I got to see for a very brief moment, Christy and Callie. I just love them. So I know you all do too, but, so that was nice. And I got to meet a lot of you that watch me. So that was really nice. And I'm so glad I got to finally meet some of you. Even if it is through Zoom, and I will be pulling the names and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. Okay. I downloaded the Free Stitch, Our Favorite Elf. I purchased the Bobble Book pretty much for this pattern. I'm hoping I can actually get to start this year. I hope so. I really love it. And this was I printed because I got it at one of the Jingle Balls, and now I'm printing it, so I have it because I won't stitch it if I don't. I actually went through my folder and printed my Jingle Bobble from the Jingle Bobble book. Because I bought the digital versions, and if I don't, like I said, if I don't print them out, I'm not stitching them. So I figured if I would print out the patterns I absolutely love from the Jingle Bobble books, and I have all 3, that way I can stitch them. So if a pattern looks like it's old, that's why. Let's see, what else did I get at the Jingle Ball? Hands-on design. Christmas folk. Christmas cranberries. Bottle Brush Tree Farm. Sorry. The Noel. Again, these are from the Bubble Book. Noel. This was from one of them a couple years ago. This one is from this year, Peace on Earth. And this is from the first year. This is the Bell. So, yeah, you know, some old and new, but I definitely had to go and print them because, like I said, if I don't print them, I will forget them. And that is sad because we love them. That's why we buy them, right? All right, Liz Matthews, she got me on a couple. There were probably more that I wanted, but I tried to restrain myself. I really did. I tried hard, guys. I tried. It didn't work out, but I tried. This one is the Christmas Quaker. What is it about a Quaker, guys? I love them so much. I just don't think they love me. I don't think the love goes both ways. And the Fa La La La. I saw this when it was in the Tiger Lily Christmas box from last year. And I loved it then, and I still love it now. Even if you just stitch one as an ornament, I just love it so much. Tiny Martinist. Yeah, she did me in. Oh, this is the big fat pile. Yeah. For the ones I have multiple patterns of, I had to bind them up because there's a lot. All right, Fair Isle Friends. She had a sale too, so it wasn't like I was getting these all on full price. Come on, folks. Look at those little critters, and they're all stitched on perforated paper. Super duper easy. And I can see it and not need glasses. 12 Days of Christmas. I am a total sucker for the 12 Days of Christmas. Yeah, well, let's see. I've got 3 of the stockings from Annie Beez done, working on the 4th. I have 2 of Satsuma Streets, and now I've just purchased this. What am I doing? I have no business doing this because I already have so many. The Stitcher's Ornaments. Look at that featherweight, the sewing machine. Oh, love, love, love. And that tomato. So I was thinking this might be a fun, if I get to ever go to a retreat that had like Christmas themed, this would be a super fun one, or I could just do a Christmas themed, you know, swap. So I love that. Oh, I thought there was more, but I guess it's just because there's so many patterns in those 3 designs that that's why the pages are so thick. All right, the Jingle Bobble book. Love this. I just love it. Okay, and now time for Heartstring Samplery. Yes, she did me in. It's a marshmallow world. Yep, love this. Love those birch trees. Oh, they are so good. I don't know if I would stitch the words, it's a marshmallow world, because, I mean, I like the song, but it's not my favorite. But just stitching that piece and just fill in the words was probably what I would do. I have the other 2 patterns. I have stitched one, and I gave it away, and I regret it because I really wanted to keep it, but I gave it away. I gave away Comfort and Joy. So now I'm going to stitch them again, and they're for me. So Repeat the Sounding Joy, so good. Thank you, Beth, because love them. Who doesn't need this Christmas pickle in their life, for reals? Are you familiar with the Christmas pickle? I didn't know about it until my friends who their lineage, their family nationalities, they're from is it Western Europe? They're Polish and Ukrainian. They have the Christmas pickle on their tree. And their children and their nieces and nephews, actually, I think they have 4. They have one that's like this big. And if you spot the pickle, you call an adult over, they take it down, and then you trade it back for a prize. And they do that on Christmas Day. So that's always fun. I just love that. That's a great one. What was this one called? Oh, I don't know. Let's see. With Love and a Little Help. Yeah, it's very primitive with that reindeer, but the bird and the tree, so good. Let It Snow. And then Jeanette. Come on, Jeanette. So good. So good. Love those poinsettias. So I was thinking about the poinsettias. You know those bags from Fat Quarter Shop? And you know how Jessica Sweetwater, she took a band of like holly berries and stuff, and she did it from, it was a Blackbird pattern, and she used that and she stitched on them. I saw this as the same type of thing. Those poinsettias on the one of the Fat Quarter Shop's bags that you can sew on. I thought that would be a really cool thing to do. So that's just a thought, but I do love just this pattern, but I thought the poinsettia banner or border would be really cool. I've never printed the kitty from Lindy Stitches, so that was, I do like that one a lot. And then lastly, well, last time I was on, you know, I found those patterns, the Animal Advent from Brooks Books, and I printed out Gigi, the giraffe, and she had her neck, and she was decorating the tree. Well, this could be her boyfriend, because he is just the cutest guy ever. And this is from the Blue Flower. So I'm thinking Gigi and the giraffe with the sweater. We have to give him a name. We'll have to come up with one. And they can be together on the tree. So there's that. All right, so those are all my Lanta. Oh, they're falling. Those are all my patterns that I got. Oh, I lie. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to lie. I have one more that I printed, and this was a Lindy Stitches, not even a mouse, that I printed. And I know it came from a Bobble book. I just don't remember which one. All right, so that is that. For Christmas plans, future plans. All right. So today I will be stitching on Annie the Proper Stitchers. There's room for everyone at the table. I'll be doing that, and I will be working this week on some other, hopefully I'm hoping to finish up a couple other things. And then on Christmas Day, I still haven't found the fabric. I did just order, so Sarah, my friend Sarah, gifted me, because we're all starting Erin Elizabeth's Christmas morning, the pattern that she has that's monochromatic, that is really cool. It has a really cool effect with the tree and the windows, and you stitch it on white and all in one color. So Sarah had this ivy that she wasn't using, and unfortunately these 10 yards is not enough on a 40 count, so I ended up having to purchase another one, but that's okay. And I did buy some 36 count white fabric just in case I don't want to stitch on the 20 count, and see how it goes. But that's what I'm going to be doing Christmas morning. I'm going to be stitching Christmas morning. And so thank you, Sarah, for that. I appreciate it. Let's see, what else? New Year's Day, I'll be stitching Chris the Camping Stitcher's Blessing Sampler. Next Sunday, I will be stitching my pattern, which reminds me I have to make sure I pack it up so I have it with me when we're traveling. And yeah. Oh, behind me, my plan is this week I have to. So this is my husband's quilt. He doesn't watch me. He subscribed finally, but he doesn't watch me. This is his quilt, and it's made with the extra fabric that I had from my brother-in-law's quilt. And this is Beatrice. This is a Villa Rosa pattern, and I have to cut off I have to trim it, and I have to bind it. So that is going to be my that's going to be my project this week. I'm also getting to pick up my daughter from college this week. So exciting. Can't wait to have her home for a good chunk of time. It's like a month she'll be home, so that's good. Get to spend some time together. And then let's see what else. Oh, I have some prizes to give away. So okay, so last video I had an opportunity to win this pattern, Nantucket, and all you had to do was put the word Nantucket, and the winner of this is Caramel Knits. Congratulations. Please email me at the New England Stitcher at gmail.com, and the email is in the link below, and I will mail this to you, and I'll mail it out this week. So as soon as you send me your email, or sorry, your address, but you can email it to me, I will mail it out. Okay. And then the other giveaway that we had was I ended up choosing 10 people to do a Zoom with me. So I was thinking that the Zoom will be the time between New Year's and Christmas. So the Monday, I don't know what the Monday is off the top of my head. Let me look. Hold, please. Talk amongst yourselves. Have a sip of a beverage. Okay, so weeks. All right, so Christmas, Monday the 30th. All right, so that's what we're going to do. On Monday, December 30th, we are going to have a Zoom. And the winner of, I picked 10 people, and it was random. I'm going to put your names up here too. I'm just looking at my iPad because I had to look there to do that. The very first winner is Dawn Carlson 5464. So Dawn, all I need you to do is to email me, and I will then email you the Zoom link. All right. And that will be the same for the next 9 people. So that's 1. Number 2 is Jill Azeri, Jilly Bean. You won the Zoom. So you're number 2, and you just have to email me your email. And I will send you that information. Colleen Schlapp, 6759. Colleen Schlapp, 6759. So please send me your email so I can get you that information. You're number 3. Carissa Deckard, 472. You're number 4. Number 5 is Coffee Loving Maria. Okay, Coffee Loving Maria, you're number 6. Amy Zellers, 814. You're number 7. Cindy Vogel. I know that name. You comment a lot. You are number 8. Kathy Quilts and Stitching, you're number 9. Joanne Seeger, 5271. You're number 10. And I guess I picked number 11. Sorry. Paula McMillan. I know that name too. Paula McMillan, 6171. You're number 11. So I guess I pulled 11 names. Guess I can't count. But congratulations to all of you. Again, please email me, and I will email you the Zoom link. We will have a Zoom on Monday, December 30th. Sorry. It's hard thinking that far in advance, but I want to make sure it's a time or a day that you know in advance, so it's not last minute. And it'll be in the evening, so probably 7 o'clock is what I'm thinking. All right. So if you can make it, I hope so. And I get to we can have some nice conversations, do a little stitching, get to know each other a little bit better. And if this seems like something that people want me to do more of, I will totally do. In our next video, it is my year anniversary, and it's actually on the day of my year anniversary. Crazy enough, December 29th of last year is when I started my channel, and December 29th will be when I film again. So, I'm looking forward to it, and I'll have some giveaways, and who knows what else I will accomplish over the break. I am hoping beyond all hopes to start my Poppins bag and finish my Poppins bag. My friend Jill, she finished hers, and she had it at Stitch New England, and it's amazing. So I cannot wait to do that. So anyway. Thank you so much for joining me. And again, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy Kwanzaa. And if you don't celebrate, thank you so much for joining me. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Goodbye, my stitchy friends. Have a great time.